Well, it's the middle of January and I just finished my Christmas jigsaw last night. Better late than never. It was all the dark bit up the top right hand corner there that was left, or bits of that one, so it was really difficult to work on at night because it is quite a dark puzzle, and then obviously it gets dark from about 3:30, 4 o'clock over the winter, so wasn't able to work on it that much. And then I was lifting the board on my knee and couldn't reach the top and couldn't see the top, so just had to do it bit by bit, but I enjoyed that one. I'm going to keep an eye out in the charity shop this year for some more Christmassy ones because I realised that I don't have very many. I'll leave it out for a day or two before I break it up. Good afternoon. I think it's the 15th of January, it's a Sunday. We're halfway through January. I hope you're having a good new year so far. I'm coming to you from my sewing room today. I've just come in here to chat to you because it is a Sunday, so I'm not working. Quick catch up. My week has been awful. I've had a really terrible week, but we're over that now. I have got a new roof. It did not go smoothly at all. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong, including leaks, burst water pipes from nails, and just, yeah, lots and lots of stress. It was horrible. I remember thinking in the middle of it, what is going on? I was trying to do something good here and getting a new roof, and everything else is just going wrong. So it's been really tough, really challenging, really difficult facing it on my own as well, but I got through it. I'm here to tell the tale. Everything is sorted and will be sorted at no extra expense to me. Yeah, the work was done. They started on the Saturday and they were finished on Wednesday. I think they missed a day because of heavy rain, and it was heavy rain when they were doing the job, taking the roof off in the first place, and then rain was coming through some of my upstairs ceilings. Very stressful. And then shortly after that there was more water, and it turns out they'd nailed through a water pipe. So yeah, it was really stressful. I don't know how I got through it, but I did, and I just want to get back to some sort of normal life. It's been really noisy with all the banging. My sewing room is obviously upstairs. I've got like sloped ceilings in my upstairs room, so we really are right up there in the roof, so it was impossible to work, to even think, to concentrate. So I spent a lot of time downstairs. Luckily my packing room is a nice quiet area and there's a couch in there, so I did hide away in there quite a lot. Got a lot of like admin jobs done and ordered a hell of a lot of new stock. Spent a lot of money buying new stock. It's just an easy job to do while sat on the computer. Can't wait till that comes. I've been planning for the lifestyle boxes that I chatted about in the last video. They are still up for sale, so if you would like to brighten up your February, then head over and order yourself a box. Goodness knows I need one myself. All the items in it I always order extra, so looking forward to getting a few of the bits and pieces for myself too, which I know is really, well, it's a perk of the job, isn't it? So yeah, do go and have a look if you fancy a little treat for yourself or a treat for someone else. Go and order one now. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of, well, odd jobs preparing things on the computer and stuff. This week ahead, I've got jury duty, so I'm not sure what my week's going to look like. I'm itching to get in here and get sewing. Showed you all the new fabrics that I've got. I haven't touched a single one of them. You guys obviously like them. They've been selling in my shop though, so that's good. Yeah, don't know about the jury duty, whether I'll be there for one day or more than one day or what, so it's hard to plan my week ahead, but just thought I'd get in there with a little vlog, get all my news out the way, and let's move forwards and have a much better January. And I hope yours has been nicer to you so far than mine has been. But yeah, I'm ready to put all that behind me and move on now, onwards and upwards. I've been to the palace on Thursday, completely forgot to take any video. Completely forgot, I think because it was the first day back of being normal, it was the first day back at the palace. I was just so happy to be there. It had been a bit of a focal point for me really to get through the week, the thought of going to the palace. It was great to be back. I was harvesting willow. We have lots of willow there, so it all gets cut right back down to the main stem, and then we store it away. It gets dried, and then if people need to use it, it gets soaked so it's pliable again. So I was doing that. It was nice to catch up with everybody. Hopefully I'll get there this week if I don't have jury duty, which I'm assuming will be over by Thursday anyway, but we'll see. It's just that weird feeling of not knowing what my week is going to hold. Also won't manage to get to the gym if I've got to do that as well. We've got some teachers' strikes here in Scotland, so there's another one on Wednesday coming, so I'll have Joshua home that day as well. So it's just going to be another really weird week all round. Yeah, just been straightening up the house. Christmas has gone. Tidying up after the mess that you can imagine was left from everything that happened. There was a lot of work coming through the house to sort things. Luckily the damage from the leaks is really minimal. I was really lucky in that sense. It didn't damage any soft furnishings, carpets or electricals. And the worst of it was in the kitchen, which is all like wiped clean, and yeah, the water has just damaged the ceiling in a couple of places, including the hallway, but it's getting sorted, so whew. Yeah, I hope to be back with some really chilled, calm, my usual type of vlogs, hopefully. A bit of nature in there too. Haven't been out for many walks because after the mishaps happened on day 1 of the roof work, I did not want to leave the house just in case, and I'm just so glad that I wasn't out of the house when the leaks happened. Otherwise the roofers wouldn't have known the extent of how bad they were. They didn't know they'd even hit a water pipe. It was only because I alerted them to it. So yeah, it's been pretty stressful, but behind us, going to move on, going to have a good January, the rest of January. We've got 2 more weeks to go and then it'll be February, and I've already seen like bulbs coming up in the garden and stuff, which I just love to see. It gives me so much hope of what's to come in my garden, and by the end of February I think I'll be sowing some seeds again and definitely get my tomatoes planted, so that's always exciting. If you're a gardener, it's always nice to think ahead to what you're going to be sowing. I'm going to leave it there, I think, and hopefully when I see you next I'll have some pretty things to show you. That would be really good. So yeah, have a good week and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. I did manage to do a little bit of sorting out while my roof was getting done. It was too noisy upstairs to work or to even think properly, like to think straight. Even in the sitting room it was quite noisy, but I did sort through a basket of whips. I did say in Vlogmas I was going to show my whips and I never got round to it. I still haven't got round to it, but maybe another day. But I've sorted out all the project bags that were sitting in a huge basket. I've taken them all out and put them aside, and I've swapped the basket over for a smaller one, because in the bottom of the whip basket was all the wool that I had pulled out for my beautiful granny stripe blanket. Oh, just seen it on the screen there, fallen in love with it again. So all the wool was sitting in the bottom of that basket and all my project bags were on top of that, so it wasn't really working very well. So I've switched it over. I've got a smaller basket, which is still a pretty good sized basket, and I've got that filled with all the wool now that I'm going to use for my blanket. The basket is full of balls that are like this shape that you buy in the shops. So once they're in the basket, I mean, most of what you can see there is the tops of like big full-size balls, and then just a few of them are smaller, wound up leftovers of what I've used. So I don't think it's a massive amount of yarn, it's not too bad. I have been wanting to get back to it. I was planning to maybe try and do some last week, but I don't know, I think I needed to be really relaxed to actually do it, and I just was not really relaxed at all. So now I've got it all sorted out and it's much easier to reach, it's all to hand. So hopefully over the next little while I will end up picking it up again and doing some more rows. As I was having a sort out, I found a couple of lavender sachets that I had as gifts as well, so I've popped them in. I've got a little pretty one there with some stamping on it, so I've just shoved them down in all the wool so that it gets a nice bit of scent on it. This is just a simple granny stripe blanket. I've no idea how many I chained. I just sort of laid it over myself and thought, how big did I want it, basically, and I used Attic 24's guidelines on the numbers, because you have to chain so many plus X amount or whatever it is. So just did that. It's just simple granny stripes. It's currently, how wide? I would say just over a metre, I think. Like in length, that's the length, isn't it? And then very wide, but I would love to get back to it. It's at that stage now, it's really cosy to work with as well. The colours are just beautiful. I didn't buy any of the wool specifically for it. I just pulled out whatever I had. So the colours all kind of go. I did take out any colours that were horrible or that didn't go, because I wanted it to be didn't want it to be too dark. I mean, I think that red's quite a dark one, but I'm not really using too much of that. So yeah, I have got a few other balls of wool left that just would, you know, they're just kind of ugly colours that won't go in at this blanket. I've got my pouch, I sorted out my stuff, and I've put my pouch here as well just so it's close to hand, because that has scissors, crochet hook, and stuff that I'm always sort of reaching for. So if I've got it next to me at the couch there, then that's pretty handy. It's far too full. I need to have another sort out of it. I am going to be making more pouches. I just need to get back in my sewing room. As I said, last week was not the week for that. I have just had one delivery so far of these gorgeous new products, and I'm really excited by these. I was so excited when I was opening the package. It was like a little gift to myself. I do order stuff. I tend to order quite a lot of new stock over the Christmas and New Year break, because I'm just feeling all inspired and want to go and spend some money really and buy new stuff. So we've got some new stock, so I'm going to show you what we've got. So this one, don't be alarmed by the packaging. I was like, what, have I bought the wrong stamp? It's just an example of how you use the stamp. So these are all gorgeous wooden stamps, which I think are so beautiful, and I know they're really popular right now as well. So this one is a calendar type of thing, so you just would like circle the day and the month that you want and the date, either circle it or use a highlighter, or perhaps you could use a different coloured ink on that page. You could if you use pens. I've got these brush markers and I often use them with stamps. They're perfect. I think these were just from, I'm sure they were from W.H. Smith, but they are a brand called Lyra, and on one end you've got the brush, which are absolutely perfect for using on stamps, and then you can pick out certain details, which is really helpful. These are double-ended, so the other end is just a point. But the brush pens, I mean, you can get brush pens everywhere, so they are brilliant for using with stamps if you want different colours on the little bits of detail. So that is one of the new items, which is lovely. That's going to be really nice for planners, but I would also use something like that in my journal. You know, if we had a day out and it was a specific date, I would use that in the stamp. I'd stamp that in my journal and mark off what date it was and what month and stuff, because I do find when I journal I don't often mark off when it was, so I'm starting to remember to add in dates now. So that would be perfect. But it's even got a nice sort of like a faded used look to the lines, which I really like as well. So that, you can see the size is quite a good size. It's about, must be 2-inch square, that I think. Gorgeous. And these are both stamp sets, and really excited to use both of these. I'm going to get a set for myself, but they are absolutely beautiful. Look at the dark wood, isn't that just gorgeous? So I don't know why this one really appealed to me. I've chosen stuff that appealed to me, but I know it'll appeal to you too. Little adventure in a little glass dome. How cute. And then a little moon and everything. So again, these have got that sort of faded vintagey look to them, which are going to be just, oh, stunning. I really like the sort of fir trees. They're going to be gorgeous. And then we've got moons. I'm really getting into moons and celestial things right now. That's Lily of the Valley, so we've got a little bit of a plant there. More text, I love text. The kite and the butterfly have gone, there is hope for everything. Oh, they're bubbles. And we've got butterfly, butterfly, and then another one with more text. That's great, I love doing that on like backgrounds. So that is one of the gorgeous sets. The other set, I think, is just, oh, love it. So we've got a big glass jar, like a sweetie jar. A little lacy doily. I'm looking forward to trying that one out. Look at that one. Wax seals. How perfect is that? I didn't know at the time of ordering that I was going to be making wax seals this week. And I think that one's going to be useful. The handmade, that's going to be perfect. We can all use that on like little tags and stuff when we make gifts. And a little ink or coffee stain. Really cute. And then that's just loads of stuff. Random stuff like a little post watermark and text and a number. So I'm going to have a set of each of these for myself, and you can bet I'm going to have fun playing with these. I'm going to set up a little photo shoot shortly. By the time you see the video, they should be in the shop. I'm still sat here just waiting on a phone call to hear if I need to go in for jury duty. I'm thinking I don't. They phoned this morning at 10:30 and said that I would hear by they'd phone again after 11 o'clock if I was picked, and it's now about 12:30, so I'm guessing I haven't been, but it's just really unsettling. Like, I don't want to start something because I don't know if I need to dash out. So I'm going to aim to get these photographed now, and if I'm not going out this afternoon, then I'm going to edit the video this afternoon and get these in the shop, so they will be done. I have got some more stamps on the way, and they are calendar stamps. So if you're looking specifically for some calendar stuff, I would say snap up these while I've got them, but I'd also say hang off a bit because I am expecting other ones to come in. I've got months of the year and also days of the week coming as separate wooden stamps in a pack, so if that sounds more what you're looking for, then you might want to hold off for those. I do expect they will be with me pretty soon, but yeah, I don't have huge numbers of both of these, so if you like either of these, I would say snap them up while I've got them, because I can't always get stuff back in stock. And I think both of these sets might actually become my new favourite sets of stamps, so if I'm doing any journaling in the future, you're going to see me referring to these lots, and that'll be quite nice because I can show you how I use them and give you some ideas. That would be really sweet, just stamped on fabric. You could make a little label on fabric and then stitch it, either sew it into your journal or sew it onto like a project bag. But I'm loving that. That's going to be great for when I journal days out and stuff. And then like all of these will be great for just background images and building up lots of extra stuff on the page, which I love. So yeah, new stock for now, but there is, as I say, lots more coming, so keep your eyes open for that, and I'll let you know obviously in the next video when I get new stock and what it is.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the